Hey gang, it's Rudder, I'm Joe. Velvethammer posted a video of what got you in the YouTube garage gang. You know, I thought that was a pretty darn good question. So here's my video response to that. What got me in the garage gang was, as most of you know, I'm in the military. At the time I was deployed. And when I wasn't at work, I was in my hooch, because that's one of the two places you're at. So when I was off, I was searching. I had a weird, weak internet connection, so at least I had internet. So I was searching around, just doing mindless things, and I got the idea. Hey, when I go back to the States, I got a Mustang I can restore. So I started researching blogs, stuff like that, reading about how to do a restoration as far as body work. A little background on me: my friend and I own a side business. We built race engines and specialize in drivetrains. So I know I know the mechanical part of the car, but the body part, the welding and the replacing of the parts to make it look factory, I had no clue whatsoever. So that's when I started reading. I started researching on that, and then I think, lo and behold, I somehow made my way over to YouTube, and I did a search for 65 Mustang restoration. And I think one of the first videos that showed up was Turbo Cobras and the Rick Fix. I think the Rick Fix was restoring a Mustang at the time, painting it white, if I remember correctly. And I was watching some of his videos, and of course Gary and his son Matt were restoring their 65 with a J2Z conversion. So I think I joined Gary's about, I think when they were putting in the engine for the very first time. I think they've taken it out 3 or 4 times since then, but I think the first time I moved into their videos was when they were putting it in on top of the Run Custom front end and stuff like that. The Rick Fix is doing body work on the car. So I started watching those two guys, watching their older videos and watching things when they would post new videos up. And finally I subscribed to both their channels, and I became a YouTube member because I think the only way you could post questions or have a PM somebody was if you had your own account. So I started my own account then, and I was talking to Gary about the parts he had for the car, what he was doing to it, body work, stuff like that. So that's how I got to know Gary, or Turbo Cobra. Rick Fixed, I contacted him a couple times. We talked about replacing fenders, welding, stuff like that. And then I started expanding my horizons, looking under other videos. And unfortunately, I was narrow-minded, and I only looked at Mustang videos because I'm kind of an animal. If I see someone replace a quarter panel on a Mustang, I get the idea. Okay, there's how they did it, where they cut, how they did the little quirks, and I could do it. Then I started getting smarter and realizing there's more out there than just Mustangs and stuff like that. So I heard Gary talk about Southwest Run Customs, so I started looking at Pete's channel. I heard a couple people talk about VW Darren, so I subscribed to his channel. I watched his channel. I watched he was doing body work, and I thought, hey, that's great. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. Very good, very down to earth, very good techniques that I could pick up and learn. So then it just kind of expanded from there, and I started subscribing to other channels based on what other people would say. Hey, I watched so-and-so's channel, he's restoring this whatever, and I'd go over and check that channel out. And even now, I'm still finding there's members that I'm not subscribed to. Now, mind you, I only have like 200 subscribers, but I do subscribe to a lot more people. Then I watch their videos and whatever they have. Now, I know the YouTube Garage Gang initially started out as just dudes sharing garage secrets, but it has evolved to more than that, because now we've kind of grown to enjoy one another, and Greg M. Porter, I became a fan of him when he was still working on the Gia, and he started posting stuff, just musings, just video blogs, and I kind of like that. Is that now we all kind of know each other. It's pretty cool. Is that I can probably walk into if the Garage Gang was hanging out in a bar somewhere or a car show somewhere, I could walk up and start a conversation with that person, whoever it may be, from the Garage Gang. I wouldn't have to say, hey, my name's Joe, and this is what I do. I own a Mustang, blah blah blah. We can almost start off like we all long lost brothers and sisters, and we can just pick up a conversation from right there. And so we've got to know each other. I've got to know a lot of people. I've never met a Garage Gang member in person because I've been overseas a lot and deployed on top of that. But I almost, I almost met Gary. I had to go pick up my car in Dallas, and our schedules just couldn't cross. our schedules couldn't mesh, so I didn't get a chance to meet Gary and Matt. But that's the closest I've came. But I think VW Darren and Andrea are talking about another Bonanza, YouTube Garage Gang Bonanza, something like that. I know they were last year. So we'll see if that happens. Then yeah, I could probably make it down to wherever it's going to be held. Maybe it's going to be Florida or California, or wherever, because I'm in Colorado, so I'm in the middle, almost geographic center of the United States, and I can pretty much go anywhere. But yeah, that's how I got started in the YouTube Garage Gang, and it morphed into something more than just learning how to do body work. It morphed into get to knowing people, knowing just how people do things different, but still obtain the same results. And it's just really cool, and we all help each other out. That's what I really like about the Garage Gang. Is if you notice, I try not to make necessarily how-to videos, because I certainly can't, when it comes to body work, make any how-to videos. We'll wait to get the engine part. When I put the engine in this thing, then I can probably give out some expertise. But as far as body work, no, that's not me at all. If you notice, like I said, I ask a question almost every time because I honestly don't know. So that's why I love the Garage Gang, because the responses are immediate, they're spot on, and they're honest. So it's not like somebody just trying to just BS me or whatever. I get honest feedback and say, hey, some guys say, hey, I wouldn't do that, I would do this. Fantastic, and that's the exact kind of feedback I need, and that's what I like about the Garage Gang is that feedback and the honesty. And if I'm going the wrong direction, or if I'm going the right direction, too, I'll of course put a positive spin on it. If I'm going the right direction, I get all the applause in the world, and it's great having that kind of motivation. Having somebody saying, good job, hey, you're doing great. That's awesome hearing somebody say that, because it motivates me to get in the garage more, to spend more time in my car when I'm not at work or doing other family things. But any spare time I can, I'm always thinking, well, what can I do to the car next? Or who's doing what to their car next? So that's how I got started in the Garage Gang. Maybe a little long, maybe a little winded, but I gotta say a shout out to, of course, to Shut Your Face Garage, because I followed him for a while too. When I think Mike was building that truck, I think I asked him about body gaps in there, because they were so particular on the body gaps in that truck. It was amazing, and that's what the attention to details what got me subscribing to them and watching their videos, because just some of the work that Matt would do is phenomenal, and doing it in his garage was just it seemed so just easy for him. I had to learn more. But yeah, that's why I joined the Garage Gang, was to learn more, definitely to contribute any way I can, but mainly to learn. I hate to say like I'm using you guys, but I'm definitely not. But that's why I started following the Garage Gang, was to learn a whole lot, and I can't say enough that I have learned so much, more than just body work too. I mean, about people's lives, their cars, like I said before. I learned so much. Just I came into this expecting this much, and man, I've got this much out of it. It's been absolutely stupendous, and hopefully I can actually contribute to the Garage Gang and help people out as well further down the line when this thing gets a little closer. But yeah, I definitely want to extend thanks to Velvethammer. It's an awesome question, man, and I'll post the video up and see you guys later.